Alright guys, so I stumbled across this clip that I feel like drives home the predictions that I made in the past anytime I talk about the woke left and their attempt to cancel history that they don't like, okay? And in the left's attempt to cancel history they don't like, they try to tear down the statues of our great presidents, right? And the reason why is because, like all men, they had some things about them that weren't necessarily good, okay? They had moral flaws, right? And because they had moral flaws, the left says, you know what? It doesn't matter all the great things they've accomplished. It doesn't matter if they were overall positive contributors to society. They changed history for the better, okay? That don't matter. We're going to tear down their statues because they did something that we didn't like, right? Or they had beliefs that we didn't agree with. Okay, basically you got to be damn near perfect in order for you to deserve a statue or be honored in this society, right? And also not be white as well too, right? That's also a part of it. That's a knock against you according to the left if you're white, right? So they say these things while at the same time being more than happy to put up statues of people like George Floyd, who are overall negative contributors to society, and I feel like set us back, especially when it comes to race relations. But in these videos in which I talk about the left trying to cancel history, particularly our presidents, I said that these people are so woke that they will eventually come for people like MLK, right? They will come for him because he has skeletons in his closet, if you believe the FBI, right? That the wokes aren't gonna like, particularly the woke feminists are not gonna like, okay? Allegedly, he cheated on his wife. Okay, he watched while his friends ran a train on women, right? He hung out with communists. There are all types of allegations from the FBI about MLK's personal life that, again, a lot of people really don't know about. But if people actually did hear about it and they, believed it, they said, hey, this is true, they would get upset about, right? And naturally, the feminists are going to come after him, okay? So with that being said, I don't know if the FBI's allegations are true or not, right? I'm just saying these are the allegations. This is what they allege, right? So with that being said, we have this video featuring Miss B. Simone and her friend Megan Brooks. Now, I know nothing about these women outside of the fact that they are famous just for being famous, right? That's it. That's all I know. But they are discussing MLK and was he really a great man despite the fact that he cheated on his wife, right? And I, again, found this conversation to be so fascinating because they are literally trying to ish on MLK because of the fact that he cheated on his wife. And again, I just find it funny because I predicted that people will start eventually coming out to MLK and calling for his statues to be taken down, for the street signs to be taken down, for his legacy to be erased simply because he wasn't perfect. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into this.
What is more important, perception or reality?
For me, reality.
Okay.
Reality.
Okay, so
my reality is more important.
Your reality, not the truth of it all, just your truth or your reality. I'm saying, like, what is more certain? What is more important, the perception of how we see a thing or what that thing really is? And I'm going to give you an example.
What the thing really is.
What's more important, the fact that Martin Luther King is the man that we see that fought for freedom, or the fact that he was cheating on his wife?
Jesus. I think, oh no, move.
That's an easy one. I think that MLK as a civil rights activist is much more important than the rumor, okay, the alleged accusation that he cheated on his wife, because we don't know that for sure, but we do know for sure that he was in fact a civil rights activist and that he changed this country for the better, okay? We know that for a fact, right? And even if we knew that he cheated on his wife for a fact, right, if that was actually something we knew 100%, even then, I still think his contributions to this country, okay, as a civil rights activist, it's much more important than his personal relationship with his wife. That's just my opinion. I'm just saying.
What's more important?
I love you, baby.
What's more important? Because that is the reality of the fact. He was a great man who knew God's word, who led people to freedom. He was cheating on his wife. That is a fact. So what is more important? Is it more important that we see him as that man who gave that amazing speech on that amazing day and led amazing people to freedom? Or is it important that we know, or is it important that we knew both?
I think it's both.
Bruh, ain't it crazy how you have two black women sitting here actually having a conversation about whether it was more important that Martin Luther King fought for their civil rights, right? The right for them to literally be up here having this type of podcast, this conversation, to be as rich and famous and well off as they are, right? Was it more important for them to fight for their right, right, as black people? Or was it more important that he cheat on his wife? Again, this is woke feminist logic, guys. This is where feminist logic takes you, okay? This is where it takes you. Where these people probably in their head, okay, they probably think that I would rather MLK had not cheated on his wife than to have fought for civil rights, right? Than to be the man that he was, okay? That's probably what they think.
Both.
But that's hindsight. That's hindsight. You see what I'm saying?
Reality is more important. I think reality is important.
But
reality,
to you,
but
what's more important to the overall picture?
Fucking perception.
Thank you. It's more important
to me because outside of Martin Luther King, let me give you an example. He's a great father. He's a great father. He's a great father. He's a great businessman. He's a great CEO. He's an entrepreneur.
He's such a boss.
He's such a boss.
He's a boss.
Look at that man. He's a boss.
Look at him.
He's a great father. Look at him, that strong black man.
Look at him being at his kid's game.
Look at him. He's a great father. He's a boss. He's a strong black man.
Look at him posting his wife. Look at him.
Look at him.
On date night. Look at him.
But you're cheating on your wife. You're not a good husband. You're not a good communicator. You don't value her feelings. But he's great in all these other aspects. How are you a great leader, a great CEO, a great black man, a great father, a great leader in any aspect? You're not a great husband, a great communicator, a great...
You're a liar.
You're not great.
You're a liar.
Not great.
You're a liar.
You're not great.
So that's my point.
You're not great.
So I posted this.
You're not great.
The others.
God, you're not. That is triggering.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So basically what this person just said is that, hey, you can be great at all these things, that overall a positive contribution to society, right? Where you're making everybody's life better, okay, overall, right? But if you cheat on your wife, then therefore you're not a great man. You're not great at all. Again, cheating is bad. Cheating is very, very, very bad, okay? Obviously, you should not cheat on your wife. It should not be something that we are promoting, okay? It should be condemned. But ultimately, at the end of the day, when you're talking about the overall greatness of a man, yes, cheating on their wife is a knock against them, but that's not enough to take away from the fact that overall they made society better, right? It's not enough, because ultimately, at the end of the day, the relationship between a man and his wife is a relationship between his man and his wife. That don't really have an effect on society as a whole. Now, if he was beating his wife, I think that'd be a little bit different, right? If you're beating your wife, yeah, I think you're actually a bad person, okay? Even if you've done some other good things, if you're beating your wife, I think that holds a lot more weight. But cheating, though, again, for as bad as it is, I don't think it holds that much weight to try to say that, well, a man like Martin Luther King wasn't a great man, right? Because he allegedly cheated on his wife. That's just me, right? And this is what the mainstream liberal media tries to do with, people like Trump, for example. They say, oh, well, Trump cheated on his wife and blah, blah, blah. That don't make him any less of a businessman, right? That doesn't make him any less of, a great president, in my opinion, right? It doesn't really have anything to do with that. Okay, now again, Bill Clinton cheated on his wife too. So, I'm just saying, the left, for the most part, they don't really use that against him when judging his presidency. Okay, this man cheated while he was in the Oval Office. But with that being said, that really don't have anything to do with his job performance, to be quite honest with you, okay? It doesn't really have anything to do with his job performance, in my opinion. Trump was still a great president, right? I would still take him despite the allegations that, he wasn't necessarily always faithful, right? Because I understand that no man is perfect, right? No man is perfect, okay? Everybody got flaws. Everybody got skeletons in their closet. We can't tear down a man because they have a couple flaws that feminists don't like, okay? I'm just saying.
Well, I'm a good dad. You're not a good dad because you don't respect me. How the fuck you showing these kids you a good father and you don't respect their mother?
Well, I mean, look, are you openly cheating or is it secret, right? Because if the kids don't know about it and you're taking care of them, you put food in their mouths, you are respecting their mother in front of them, well, for all intents and purposes, you are kind of showing a good example of what a good father and a good dad is, because they don't know you're cheating. But if you're openly cheating and they know you're cheating, then yes, no, you're not being a good father, you're not being a good dad, because you're not setting a good example. So I think it just depends on if it's out in the open. But, again, I think that they're trying to make, a man's relationship with his wife the end all be all to who a man actually is. Again, I'm not condoning cheating. Obviously, cheating is wrong, but I don't think it's so bad that it just ruins your whole reputation as a man. That's just my opinion, okay? That's just my opinion.
How are you a good father? You don't respect who brought them into this world.
Carried them.
You're not a great dad, my nigga. You're an okay human.
You're present.
And Martin Luther King was an okay human, right? According to these people, Martin Luther King was an okay human, right? Because he allegedly cheated on his wife. I knew it. Again, this is just a podcast, right? With two, feminist women talking junk or whatever, right? Just talking. But this is eventually what they're going to say, right? They're eventually going to come for MLK and, they're going to tear down his statues. They're going to erase his legacy the same way they're trying to erase the legacies of the president of the United States, the evil founders that owned slaves, right? Eventually, at some point, they're going to come for MLK, not just because of the cheating thing, but because he also fought for integration, right? They're going to be like, why did you make us integrate, right? We should have stayed segregated, okay? That is how far the woke left is going to go, right? That's how far they're going to go. So I just found this conversation to be hilarious. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.